What purpose does the gentleman from Texas rise? The gentleman is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I ask unanimous consent to revise and extend my remarks.
Without objection, so ordered.
Mr. Chairman, I want to thank the gentleman, Mr. Campbell from California, for bringing this amendment to the floor, along with his colleague, Mr. Bonior. This is a crucial amendment. It's vital that we pass it, and I rise in strong support of it. This is truly a civil libertarian issue. It does go back to 1215 with the Magna Carta. This is not an American invention that people should be protected and not convicted on secret information. This is not something new. It's been abused. It's been abused for thousands of years, hundreds of years at least. It's been abused by totalitarian governments. And they say today this is not a big deal. This is not going to affect the American citizens. It's just a couple poor old immigrants. But what is the motivation for the national ID card? Good motivation to make sure there's no illegal immigrants coming in. We need a national ID card. But who suffers from the national ID card? Maybe some immigrants, and maybe there will be an illegal one caught. But who suffers? The American people, because they will become suspect, especially if you maybe look Hispanic or whatever. So who suffers here? Well, at first, the immigrant that is being abused of his liberties. But then what? Could this ever be transferred to abusing American citizens? That's the real threat. You say, oh, no, that would never happen. Never happen. But that's not the way government works. Government works with incrementalism. It gets you conditioned, gets you to be soft on the protection of liberty. Our goal is not to protect the privacy of government. Certainly we need security, and that's important. But privacy of government and the efficiency of government comes second to the protection of individual liberty. That's what we should be here for. I wish we'd do a lot less of a lot of other things that we do around here. I would like us to spend a lot more time spending our efforts, using our efforts to protect liberty. And we start by protecting the liberty of the weak and the difficult ones to defend, the small, the little, the people who have nobody to represent them, the ones who can be pushed around. And that's what's happening, all with good intentions. The national ID card is done with good intention. And this is done, those who oppose us on this amendment, I think they're very, very sincere, and they have justifiable concerns, and we should address these. But, you know, quite frankly, killing and murder for a long time, up until just recently, was always a state matter. I mean, this is rather a new phenomenon that we as the federal government has taken over so much law enforcement. And that's why the federal government, when it sets this precedent, is very bad. So I plead with you. I think this is a fine amendment. I think this not only goes along with the Constitution, but it really confirms what was established in 1215 with the Magna Carta. And I yield to the gentleman from California.
Would the gentleman yield? You asked a very good question, whether this could ever extend to citizens. Let me suggest to the gentleman, I visited Mazan al-Najjar in jail in Florida. His little daughter is an American citizen. He can't hug her. His wife is an American citizen. He can't visit with her. His sister is an American citizen. He has to see her through plexiglass. Has it already affected American citizens? It has. And if it was not true, any of those things I just said, it affects American citizens because each of us is less free when our country is less free. And I thank you for yielding.
I thank you, and I yield back.
Gentleman yields back his time.